It was late evening, and he was taking a break from his night shift at the call center, cradling a mug of hot coffee as he sat in the nearly empty cafeteria. He liked this time of night, when things slowed down and the silence was calming. His eyes lazily scanned the room when suddenly a woman, stunning and visibly distressed, rushed past him. She moved so quickly that he barely had time to register her presence before she disappeared into the hallway leading to the restrooms. He shrugged it off, but moments later, his confusion spiked as she emerged from the men's restroom. For a second, he blinked, unsure if he'd seen it right. The men's room? Why had she gone in there? Was it a mistake, or had something happened? Instinctively, he followed, his curiosity getting the better of him. He found her just outside the restroom, sitting on a bench, her shoulders shaking as she tried to wipe away tears with trembling hands. He hesitated. Should he approach her? What if she needed help? In a moment of uncertainty, he decided to trust his gut.
Hey, are you okay?
He asked gently, offering her a glass of water, holding his coffee mug in the other hand. She accepted the glass of water with shaking hands, her tears slowly drying as she composed herself. She pulled out a tissue from her enormous golden handbag, wiping away any remaining evidence of her earlier distress. He couldn't help but admire everything about her, the way she carried herself, her calm after the storm, even her oddly large, flashy purse. She seemed mysterious, yet approachable.
Thank you,
she finally whispered, her voice soft but steady. As they sat side by side, she pulled a huge chocolate bar from her purse and offered it to him. He smiled and declined, but she took a bite herself, revealing a set of perfectly white teeth. Everything about her fascinated him, from the simple way she ate the chocolate to the light pink shade of her lips. Love at first sight? He wasn't sure, but the thought crossed his mind. He barely noticed the coffee mug still in his hand, now forgotten as his eyes stayed fixed on her. There was something magnetic about her, a pull he couldn't resist. Throughout the night, they talked during short breaks and eventually ended up sharing an early morning coffee once their shifts were over. She opened up to him, this stranger, and told him things she had never shared with anyone. He listened intently, but his thoughts occasionally drifted to her long, flowing hair, her dark pink nails, and the way she sipped her coffee. He was utterly smitten. Her confession began to spill out in fragments, like puzzle pieces he eagerly tried to put together.
I just got this job, and my mom's already on my case. Anyone will do. A friend, coworker, doesn't matter what race. Just get married, honey. Can you believe it? She actually said that to me. My older sister already went and had an interracial marriage, and now it's my turn, plus my younger sister's next in line.
So, you had a fight, huh?
It's my first night here.
He smiles but quickly hides it, trying to look serious.
I told them straight up, if they keep pushing marriage on me, I'm leaving home. How can I just pick anyone from this goddamn world and take the damn jerk home and tell my damn parents that I want to marry this damn person for just the sake of damn marrying someone? Do you think I can just marry someone, just for the sake of marrying?
I can.
He gently placed his left-hand pointer finger on her faded but still pink lips, locking eyes with her.
Take me home. Tell your damn parents. I am the damn person you want to marry for damn their sake. Then leave it at that. Go around with me for a while. See if you can marry me for real. If not, dump me and tell your damn parents I dumped you and
what if I...
Then marry me for keeps.
She blinked in shock, her mouth slightly open as if she was about to say something, but for a moment, neither of them said anything. Their hearts pulsed with unspoken desires, igniting an urgency that was impossible to ignore. With their hearts racing and the world around them fading, they shared a breath, a brief hesitation before stepping into the unknown. His hand found hers, fingers intertwining, a silent promise sealed in the warmth of their touch.
I don't want to go home.
Then, where would you go?
Take me someplace.
Before she could say more, he interjected, gently grasping her hand, his touch sending a thrill through her.
Okay, let's go. Just hold on tight.
With that, he led her away from the familiar confines of the office, their footsteps echoing softly in the quiet hallway. Each step felt electric, their fingers entwined like a promise of something more. The weight of the night shift faded as they moved towards the exit, a world of possibilities unfolding ahead of them. As they walked, she glanced up at him, her heart racing.
You really mean it?
Absolutely.
He replied, a soft smile playing at the corners of his lips.
Let's find a place where you can just be away from everything.
With determination in his stride, he guided her toward the car. She felt a rush of exhilaration at the thought of escape, her heart full of hope as they embarked on this unexpected adventure together. Once inside, he turned to her, their faces mere inches apart. The silence was thick with longing as he brushed his thumb across her cheek, wiping away the remnants of her earlier tears. She leaned into his touch, her breath hitching as she felt the heat radiating between them. It was as if the universe had conspired to bring them together, and nothing else mattered. With a sudden burst of courage, he leaned in closer, capturing her lips with his. The kiss started softly, a gentle exploration, but quickly ignited into something deeper, fueled by their shared tension and unspoken desires. Their hands roamed freely, discovering new territories, as the car filled with the heady scent of passion. As they broke apart, breaths mingling in the confined space, he whispered,
Let's get out of here. Somewhere better.
She smiled, her expression a mix of excitement and surrender. He sped through the tangled traffic, stealing glances at her whenever he could. They hurriedly exited the car, hearts pounding with excitement as they made their way to the elevator of his building. The doors slid shut, sealing them in their own little world. With a mischievous glint in his eyes, he pressed the button for the top floor. But before the elevator could even begin its ascent, she pulled him close, their lips crashing together with an urgency that left them breathless. The elevator walls felt like they were closing in, but in that moment, it was a cocoon of passion. She melted against him, surrendering to the wild chemistry between them. His hands tangled in her hair, deepening the kiss as their bodies pressed together, each heartbeat a reminder of the desire simmering beneath the surface. When the elevator chimed announcing their arrival, they barely noticed. He led her to his bachelor pad, the door barely closing behind them before they were lost in each other again. They stumbled toward the bathroom, laughter and gasps escaping their lips as they navigated the small space. He turned on the shower, steam rising, creating an intimate sanctuary. They stepped inside together, clothes quickly forgotten as the warm water cascaded over their bodies, amplifying the heat between them. With each drop, they became bolder, their hands exploring every curve, igniting sparks of pleasure with each touch. His lips traveled from her neck down to her collarbone, eliciting soft moans from her that echoed off the tiled walls. The steam swirled around them, enveloping them in a world that belonged solely to them. Every kiss was a promise, every caress a declaration of the feelings building between them. They surrendered to the moment, allowing passion to guide them as they danced in the shower, bodies entwined beneath the warm spray. Time ceased to exist as they lost themselves in each other, their laughter mingling with whispers of desire. This wasn't just a night of lust, it was a beginning, a chance to explore something deeper than either had ever imagined. As the warm water cascaded over them, they both panted, breathless from their passionate embrace. Just then, she broke the moment, a playful smile dancing on her lips.
By the way, I'm Kaylee Spencer.
Nice meeting you, Kaylee. I'm Jim Cooper.
Jim replied, grinning back at her. They both chuckled, realizing they hadn't even introduced themselves before diving into this whirlwind of passion. In that steamy atmosphere, as their chuckle mingled with the sound of the cascading water, it became clear. Sometimes you need to truly know a person before diving into a deep, meaningful relationship. Yet sometimes all it takes is a single moment of connection to realize that love has the power to wash away the burdens of the world, leaving only the warmth of connection and the promise of a new beginning, 'cause all you ever need is...
All You Need Is, a podcast where the heart finds its voice through enchanting romance stories. Join me as we explore the timeless power of love, weaving together tales that spark joy, nostalgia, unspoken desires, a warmth that makes your heart flutter, and the sweet magic of love that transcends time, from the first blush of infatuation to the comfort of lasting connections. Prepare to be swept off your feet as we delve into the intricacies of relationships, celebrate love in all its forms, and remind you that, at the end of the day, all you need is podcast conceptualized and created by Nazar Partiwala using 11 Labs.
Tune in and let your heart be your guide.